and welcome to this special episode of etnow.in. Today we have amongst us Mr. Akshay Choudhary, who is the CEO and the co-founder of Agmac. Mr. Choudhary is a visionary entrepreneur who has not only played a major role in building Agmac, but also in driving innovation in this particular industry. Mr. Choudhary, it is a pleasure to have you amongst us. So let me start by asking you more about your journey. How did Agmac begin? And what inspired you to really start this venture in this luxury and gaming space?
It started when it was COVID time, and everybody was fully available at their home, doing nothing, quarantined with their family. That was the time I wanted a bar for myself, a home bar, and I searched on Google like very quickly, which anybody would do, and I couldn't find anyone to do my bar. So, and I also wanted to get into business, so I was working with some company that time, and I wanted to come into business, and that was the time I thought of bringing something which everybody wants, and there's a big gap in the market. So, and when it all started, because like other people, it was over drinks with my friend who is now my partner. When we were sitting and chit chatting, brainstorming what business should we start or something like that. And that was the time we thought of this brand name and the product line bars. So we started with bars, and then eventually we came into gaming tables. Then we added more tables. So we started with pool table, then added different models, variants as per client request. They wanted more. So we keep on adding product lines to it.
So, is there a particular story behind this name that you've chosen for your brand?
So Argmac, as I told you, we wanted to make home bars specifically for residential purpose, and we wanted to give some name which is related to alcohol. So if you read the French map, like there's a Champagne region, there's a Cognac region, and there's an Argmanac region. So it's spelled like Argmanac, but you pronounce it as Argmac. So I tweaked the spelling and took that name for our brand because it's related to liquor, alcohol, and that space.
It's a very interesting name, I must say. So, what makes these Agmac pool tables or these home bars that you specifically mentioned stand apart from the already available in the market?
So Argmac follows three mantras. First is we offer customization to any extent. So if we making a bar for your home, we will make sure that your entire interiors are there. Some elements are there in our bar, so it's not a different piece of furniture out of your room. So we'll follow the same concept, same themes as your house is made. So anything and everything can be done, like any material you choose, paints you take, veneers, stone, or carbon fiber, or we've done anything like what our client wants. If it's not available in India, we'll import it from anywhere they want. Then second thing is the raw material quality, because we are catering to a very high end audience, ultra HNIs. So we don't cut corners on the raw materials that we choose. We don't want to use sasta products in our as our raw materials. So that makes us better than other people in the market. And then the finishing, so we make sure that if our furniture is going, a piece of furniture is going to any house, it has to be finished from all the corners. Even the bottom of the table has to be finished, because it's our piece at the end of the day, and our product speaks for itself because it has our brand name, our logo. So we don't want to miss that. And we don't cut corners on anything, so I think that standards apart.
I'm sure your customers really appreciate the fact that everything that you're doing, everything that they are receiving is customized as per their needs. I think that's one of the most important things that any customer would look at.
Yeah, definitely. And this is the reason, see, this type of audience has access to the biggest markets. They can import furniture from Italy, they can import furniture from UK, anywhere. They have money, they have contact, they know how to import easily. But why would they choose us is because we offer them customization, we listen to them, we are available at every time when they want us to. Even if the product is delivered, if they have any problem facing any challenges with our product, we can do it, we can fix it. Even after 2 years, let's say they say my table leather has gone bad, maybe because of some kid at their place, some dog, some any animal, could anything can happen to the product. So we take charge of that, we fix it, and we offer after sales, which is a win-win for them.
Absolutely. It's another very important thing that people look at. So you've spoken about these luxury customers. I'm sure there is a particular niche that, looks at your brand. How would you define your Agmac client?
So the audience we are catering to, I think they've achieved everything in their life. They have the most expensive cars, they have most expensive watches, they some own private jets, they have a house in Dubai, they have a house in UK. They have done everything. Now they don't want to show off or flex their logos. They don't want to carry a Hermes bag. Maybe they carry it because of the finishing of the product, because the highest standard. But they don't want something which is expensive or just speaks the logo. But they're looking for finishing, and we have excelled that area. We specifically focus on the final product which is going out of the factory. As a founder, I check each and every piece when it's leaving the factory that it's properly finished. There's a special QC team, but still I take charge of that there's no issues with our product, and we don't because these things matter a lot. Because once you have a bad product going to a very important person in our country, and if he don't like it, he or she don't likes it, they'll just throw it away and they'll never call you back. So we don't want to lose that audience of ours.
So when you talk about customization, and when you talk about the product quality, do you also focus on increasing the volume of the production, or are you only going to focus on selectively producing uh, your product to selective audience only?
So our products are, as I told you, this is bespoke furniture, totally customizable, and we change the shapes to almost all the orders. These are not ready-made pieces; they are all made to order. Once we receive the order, maybe we have some structures ready, but everything is hand carved. All everybody, the people I have in my factory, the carpenters and the upholstery guy, the painters, they specifically align on a separate part of the process of making that table. So I think almost 25 to 30 people work on one piece to get out of the factory. And once we get into massy market, where then we have to definitely reduce the price of the table. Then we have to cut corners, or maybe we have to source the cheapest material so that our cost comes low and we sell to the masses, because massy audience would not buy my products at the price we sell. And we don't look after selling it to everybody, because we don't want to cut corners, like I said initially.
So as you've mentioned that these products are, we would see these products in residences of probably the most successful leaders of the country, or let's say business leaders of the country. So what would you think? What do you think these clients value the most when they're choosing your brand?
So I think when these guys, anybody who's making a new house, a luxury house, or huge mansion, they have friends like this. They generally visit their friends for a party or some get together. They, if they see our product there, they definitely want it at their home, because any house would have a dining table, a sofa, a console table, or kitchen, or any piece of furniture. But you don't enjoy those pieces like you enjoy ours, because you would not play any game on a dining table. You'll eat food there. So you would, on a pool table, you have conversations with your friends, long conversation while playing. You create experiences there. And also when you have a good home bar at your place, you would definitely want to host to your friends, maybe make a cocktail or something after. You want to take break from your work, like you have busy schedules the entire day, you want to unwind with your friends. And I think there you make stories, memories, and I think this is something everybody would want.
Again, a very, very interesting point. So, how do you ensure that these designs that you're creating every single day, how do you ensure that these designs would stay relevant in the generations to come?
So we when we design something, we definitely make sure the area, the aesthetics, the color palettes, everything matches that room. We don't want to put something which is not matching the aesthetic. Like I put a modern table, modern design in let's say a French theme room. It would not look nice. So we design the furniture as per the client's taste house, or we give them so we are basically like you have interior designer, we are a furniture designer for gaming tables and home bars. So we make sure anything is going to the house is very it's perfect. Like it would not pinch your eye. Like if you walk into a different theme room and then you see something which is not right, you definitely would say, or your friend would say, well, it's not matching, and we don't want to create that experience for them. So we make sure that everything is fine there. Plus our materials that we're using is, we use leather, we use metal, we use stone, we use veneers, we use paint, anything and everything which is available in the market. And this is definitely a piece which is for ages. It would not grow, it would not get around the market like for at least 15-20 years. Yeah.
So, beyond the aesthetics, I'm sure it's a piece that would really catch the eye in everybody's house. But what feeling or what presence would it bring, let's say, to a private house or a personal space?
I think when we host a party or there's nobody, like if it's a husband and wife or maybe family enjoying, or maybe having on a Friday night sipping a glass of wine, sitting on a perfectly made bar which is appropriate height, comfortable, or making your own cocktails and not going out, because every time you don't want to go out to a bar or some nightclub or anything, you want to unwind at your place. And I think that's an experience to make a drink on your bar, or maybe collect your finest bottles, or just showcasing them on the bar. I think that's the best experience.
Right. Is this just limited to personal spaces and homes, or does it go beyond that also?
Our major audience is residences, high-end residences. But yes, we're working with a lot of developers. So we work with M3M, Oberoi Reality, Four Seasons, Reliance, then a lot of them in Ahmedabad. So our biggest market is, I think, Ahmedabad. So there we do custom clubhouses. So like if you talk about any luxury residency, they would have a nice clubhouse, and there they used to put traditional pool tables or TT tables which are available in the market, Indian market. But now they have us. So we design something for them which is exclusive, which is not there anywhere in the world. And we would give them themes based on the area they have chosen. So their architects, my design team, me, and their owners, we sit together, we create a good design, we talk about the finishing, and then the entire room has the pool table, TT, air hockey, foosball, chess, carom in a same theme. And now we're getting more tables, more gaming zones, more gaming tables to these zones. And yeah, these standards apart. And now when you are a developer and you see somebody having these kind of tables and you set up a benchmark in the market, this is what now people want. Like if you go to any residential, any high-end residency or in Gurgaon, or you see in the clubhouse, then definitely you want it. So we have a lot of developers coming in, and we're working with a lot of people now.
Yeah, and definitely you want it and you don't want to leave that space after, being a part of that sort of environment. So I'm sure it's very interesting for the customers and for everybody who's experiencing it. So my last and final question for you is that where do you see your brand evolving in the next 5 or 10 years, especially in the global landscape industry?
Right now we are exporting to USA, huge part to Dubai. We do Saudi, Singapore, a lot of areas. We've also made few bars in India and exported to US market. They get the installation done themselves. But yes, definitely we face these challenge of because when you buy something that this in this price range, you definitely want to see it, touch and feel it, take a look of how it looks physically. So yeah, we have a plan in next 5 years. Maybe we have a flagship store or an experience center in Dubai market, and next in US. So this is how we want to expand.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Chaudhary, for joining us for this special episode of etnow.in. It was a pleasure to have you amongst us.
Thank you so much. Pleasure is all mine.